So the JP8000 was used by Prodigy. I read that. I'm going to go from my memory because I briefly looked. I was like, who used this? Prodigy, Garbage, Ted Cruz used it. That's bass guitar. He played it. I think Nelson Mandela used it. It's a good synth. Very iconic politically. All around the spectrum. I have two dogs in here today because one is very scared of the thunderstorm. There we go. Okay, so super saw. Well, we're already there. I was gonna like get to the super saw, but it's kind of funny to think about like the saws that we have now in comparison to this. Like this one was a big deal back in the day. We could add more saws. Get sawed up. Nice. I'm going to make it louder for you and softer for me, because let's just record some notes. I would like a metronome through the recording, please. Rude. Okay. My sloppy playing. My sloppy behind me playing. What happened here? Strange. I think my montage is not fully in DAW mode, but that's alright. God, I hate accidentally pressing the Windows key. It's like the bane of my entire existence. I should just program this in by hand, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly happened. Whatever though. Let's just quantize this. Yeah, that's a good question. Why don't I use my key lab? Like I should be using that, but I'm using the montage instead. I have the montage here. I like the I like the key bed in both, but I have the montage here simply because I'm an idiot. No, because I just like being able to, like, when I'm waiting for something, you know, if I'm waiting for a Zoom call to start and I got 5 minutes, it's a good. I also, I just like being able to play stuff, but I also really, really like the electric pianos and the montage. And I'm, you know, when I make music, I'm almost exclusively using Montage's electric pianos, probably because I'm arrogant, because I worked on it. So, you know, that's how I am. I only use things that I've endorsed myself. Oh my God. Wow. Check this out. I gotta go full screen for this, so you could see. Oh my God. Anybody see this? Wow. I am gonna be two things: up really, really late, and having diarrhea. Those are the two things that I'm gonna be cursed with. Jeez. It's like Turkish coffee accidentally. Okay, let's get back to this before the diarrhea kicks in. I wonder if the reverb is... I like how the cutoff is like so high automatically. Like there's just like... Does a 12 decibel have that? Not as much. Oh God, these... I remember these things. I mean, this is like the most JP 8000 or JP 880 type of sound I've ever heard. I do love... this is like one of the first things that had like little automatic... that coffee's still in my throat. This is one of the first synths that had... that I know of, that had like the automatic LFO attack envelope, which was like really, really nice. And then when you run into synths that don't have it, you're like, no, especially like on my modular or something, when I want to like add a little bit of vibrato to like a lead, and I have to like patch up a whole LFO and ADSR and another gate and all that. And I do that. I just cry. Just... Okay, so this should kick in over time. All right. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. You know what they should... You know what they should have added? Oh my God, what was that stupid effect that Is this rain too loud? Might be a little too loud. It's getting in the way of my clarity here. You know what they should have added? The air effects thing, not the air, I forgot what they're called, D-beam. Should have added a D-beam that is like you'd have to go into these settings somewhere, like really deep into it to turn it off, but like it would just fuck up your sound wherever your mouse moved. And it would just remind you of a time, of a better time when your sound constantly got fucked up because of the D-beam. Or maybe you have to like buy an NFT to turn the D-beam off. have to buy like an NFT badge for it. Ryan says, "Oh shit, audio things could bankrupt me anytime. I nearly vomited when I saw the price of the SWAM stuff on iOS. Otherwise, I'd love some string." Yeah, the SWAM stuff is super, super expensive. It's kind of prohibitively expensive. I would do more streams on their stuff. The reason that I don't, because I have all of it. The reason I don't stream their stuff is because it's so prohibitively expensive. It's also like, I really wish that they would, I mean, whatever, this is like very specific, but I really wish that they would have like native support for the Osmos, because I'm just sick of routing it every single time I opened it. Speaking of Osmos, you know what? I just got that new Nebula polyphonic MPE module. I'm excited to play with that. Maybe next week or something. That'd be fun. I plugged it in, wired it up, got very distracted with all week I've been doing crazy sound research experiment stuff. I don't want to go too far into details, but it has to do with more kind of Sonic camera type thing. Yeah, I have an iPad 2020. iPad 2020 Pro. You know, got to add that at the end of it. I have an iPad 2020 Pro, and it's great for audio, but also, like, I don't think I've ever made anything on it. Like, I've played with shit. I've sat in hotels and played with, like, Mi-Rack, and I have so many. I've probably spent, like, 300 hours on different audio apps and stuff like that, and I don't think I've ever actually made anything that I could even, like, say I made this, or I remember making this one thing. Like, all of it's just a blur, which kind of has made me not use it anymore. Like, I'm just kind of like, okay, not like, at least with the Polyan tracker or something, like I'd make something, even if I didn't release, you know, it doesn't matter if you release it, but I could at least go back to tracks, a bunch of them, and be like, oh yeah, I made all this stuff on the tracker. Cool, I made all this stuff on the Play. But yeah, it's like, it's literally a Nintendo Switch for audio people, which is totally fine, by the way, if you want to spend your time with a little, but at that point it's just like, well, I have a laptop, I'll just use my laptop. You know, just go with Cardinal and a laptop. All right, let's play with some of these other oscillators. What? Do we have, like, did I record some pitch stuff? I like it. I like how fucked up this sounds, but I do wonder where I went wrong. Oh, you know what? I bet I have key velocity messing with the pitch. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Who cares? Oh, mod. What a mystery, huh? I like mysteries. Maybe it's, let's see if my MIDI light is coming on at that point. Maybe my montage is doing some weird shit. What is happening? It's like when I, it's in my brain, but I feel like when I move, that's what's doing it. MIDI record on DAW. Yeah, I see the little MIDI light coming on. I'm so confused right now. Alright, let's make this only receive notes from, I don't know, the keyboard. No? Whatever. Okay. What was I gonna do? I wonder if it's just this sequence. You know what this is a good use for? I'll let you know once I get... Oh. Wow, what's happening? Oh my god! It's on... I accidentally put it on sample and hold. That's so funny. Okay. Wow, all that time. I was about to, like, go look under my fucking desk and shit for, like, a mouse eating a MIDI cable somewhere or something. I'm an idiot, huh? Yeah, so like in advanced features, it's like, here's it. Oh wow, look at all this. Woo! We've got to stick with the super saw, right? I'm going to look up what's new, just so I have a little list of it. V Collection 11. Boom. Let's see what's... I know that there's a new SEM. There's a new kit on the block. I know that there's the lo-fi thing. All right. Let's see. New instruments. All right, pure lo-fi. Isn't there like a new... I think they just updated the... a lot of the stuff, and they also have made... I know they updated the electric pianos too, which is, you know, always a thing I'm willing to check out. I do like electric pianos. I don't even know what I want to accomplish here. I wanted to check something out. Let's see what all this... Let's play with the arpeggiators. Ooh, even got scales. No thanks. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really was not excited about this. Just because I kind of came, you know, like if they made a JX305 soft synth, I'd just be like, why? You know, like just because it's nostalgic to me doesn't mean that, like, you know, the sounds are good. But this, fuck, this is nice. This is giving me vibes. I like it. Like, this is actually, it's limiting, but it's like powerful in the way that it's limiting. I don't know. Would you agree? Sounds like fucking Caribbean there. Yeah, nice. Yeah, and like the filter, that's kind of a pet, like filters that automatically have like resonance in them. That's kind of like a pet peeve that from this sort of digital synth era, where I was always just like, come on, I want the ability to just have low pass, but it seems like the 12 decibel mode gets rid of that to most extents. But at the same time, it does sound fucking amazing. Like, it just sounds really good. Like, it's not cutting into the low mids at all, which is, you know, random gates, huh? All right, and then we also have a sequencer, which, oh, okay. I don't really want to play with that right now. It's like cool, I guess, but I'm more interested in this. It's like I got the FL Studio sequencer. That's why we use FL Studio. We've got our modulation sequencer. All right. Wow. Okay, that's for a different patch, but. What else we got here? Anything super unison? Woo! Oh, that's so nice. Some tape. This is definitely not the original Reverb, I can tell you that. That's a good thing. Turn that storm up. How many people we got in here? Nice. Big ol' stream for me. I told myself that after this channel gets like 10,000 subs, I'm gonna kill it, start a new one. I'll let y'all know. I'll like tell everybody on the day, but I'm really about what I don't want happening is like a bunch of pro audio companies being like, well, you have, I mean, it kind of already happens, but like a bunch of like, you know, bigger pro audio companies been, do you want to do Roland Cloud for a stream? We'll pay you. I don't want that. This is for me and my patrons. This is a good time we have here. We don't need to muck it up with money and politics. Well, I like politics, but you know, not synth politics. Yeah, this is dope. I like this. Did I just say dope? This is fire. This is hella fire. Who am I? This makes me say things. Makes me say things like, well, I guess they didn't say fire until the 2000s. Yeah, this is good. But I don't even think this patch, I think this is just like, but I will save it. Save preset as the default. Rainbone. I'm really good at naming presets, let me tell you. Ben Jordan. Type. What kind of type am I? I guess we'll just call it a, well, would it be like poly? Nah. I don't know. Keys. It's a key. It's a classic synth key. Hey, look, Florian. All right, switching. Very different vibe. Yeah, this really kind of hits that, doesn't it? Yeah, I like that arpeggiator page. That was fun. What kind of sequences we got here? Complex. Oh yeah, nice. Poly. Those just chords, right? It's coming down. No, man, it's coming down so hard that I'm worried about my microphone. Although I think it's safe. Do I design any patches included in V Collection 11? Nope. I said no way. I don't even think they asked me. I mean, such a cool thing to do. It's so fun to design patches for things. But unless it's Yamaha, that's a little rough. The Yamaha montage stuff, not because of the company's great, but it's just there's so much shit to do that it's like you get tired of the patch long before you make it. Yeah, no, for me, it's just a time thing. But I would like to make like a serum pack. I feel like that's good, but just don't have time for anything anymore, which sucks. That's dope. I did not think I would play with that patch as long as I did. That's fun. Might as well play with some pads. There we go. These pads, that I never liked that style. I don't know why. Ever since I was like, you know, since that became a thing in like, I don't know, 1996, I was always like, no. Oh, I'm in lead now. I was like, that's not a pad, but... I wonder if we could get like a nice proper Echo the Dolphin pad here. Probably not with this synth. We're probably not going to get to Echo the Dolphin with this particular set of tools, which is fine. You know, not everything was made for Echo the Dolphin emulation. I'm talking about the Dreamcast version, if anybody's familiar with that soundtrack. Changed the way that I thought about. I remember, like, I've never played any Echo the Dolphin other than that. I only played it because I you know, had a CD-ROM burner, and I would just pirate every game that I could find, and Echo the Dolphin was one of them, and I just would literally just like find a safe place for my Dolphin and listen to the music, because it's like, it was so, it's one of the first times I heard like, might as well try it now that I'm talking about it this much. Violin on acid. So it was like your, let's just get a standard sawtooth. Oh. We don't want that much. A lot of enveloping going on here. Rain's died down, mic can go up. I like controlling the shots, you know? That's what I'm doing with this whole rain thing. I just like being in charge of something. Make me feel like I have control over my life. and the weather. Yeah, I feel like the filter's just a little too ringy, but this has to ring for a while. Okay, now one of these has to go up. To 19 or so. A lot of delay and reverb. Some chorus. Nope. Nowhere near Echo the Dolphin. Just because that filter. That's okay though. We tried. Yeah, we're almost like an hour in. Let's move on here. I could play with this all day. It's a good synth. It's a good pony, but I want to check out that LFO thinger. LFO thinger, sorry, lo-fi thinger. I want to check out the LFO. Pure lo-fi. It's pure. Okay, so I guess this is like, maybe this is based off of something I'm not familiar with, but it seems like it's just kind of, well, whatever. Let's find our default. So we have a, yeah, that's kind of like a Casio SK1 or something. Yeah. Could also make it, ooh, nice. Ooh. Yeah, okay, there is an SK1 right there. Ooh, I wonder if we have human voice. That would be really nice to have the ho, 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 ho. If anybody knows what I'm talking about. Maybe not. Not the laser gun. Come on, human voice. Ho, ho, ho. I love that sound. I would go get my SK1 because I feel like I just sound like an asshole to anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's nice. MPC. Can we let these ring a bit? There's no filter enabled, so I guess not. Alright, lo-fi oscillator, what's that all about? Ah, that's what we're letting ring out here. Realistic instrument, creative sampler. Okay, so we could choose and we could mix and match. That's nice. Get something that maybe rings out longer. I bet there's a way to do this that I'm not seeing. Oh, there's a, well, I also want to see the creative sampler. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was the thunder, but I mean it was, but it happened at an interesting time. Nice. I could deal with that. We don't need forest rain. We have forest rain. That's literally where I am. But there's a prairie. Oh, cool. That's what 1963 sounded like. Very crackly year. Classic. God, it was like any time my GPU does anything when I'm working on music. You know, I'm kind of annoyed that Arturia didn't reach out to me to license the forest rain sound, because that's mine. Okay. We can turn this down, right? Yes. That's good. Any crazy filter options? Nothing too crazy. And effects. Fun. Oh yeah, and then we have a lo-fi amount up here. I didn't even see that. What's this? What is this? What's it gonna do? Ah, different. Oh, nice. Yeah, it does remind me of the Sonicware synth. Well, kind of. I mean, except this one I could figure out in the first day of looking at it. Those things are not for me. I've owned a few of them. I mean, I have the, I still have the, what's it called? Granular one. That one's definitely cool. The other ones I was just like, nah. Electric piano. Yeah, that's nice. Make sure I don't run over a dog with my chair here. Always got dogs under me. trying to like switch scales very fast just to see how off-putting it is with the ring. Yeah, this one's interesting too. The thing I like about tones like this is sometimes you get unexpected tones as a result. Like sometimes it plays notes that you're not playing. Now that's a poor way of putting it. Sometimes your ear hears notes that you're not playing. That's what I kind of like about. I often use I use the Melda Bit Crusher effect, but yeah, sometimes you get like these weird. Yeah, you can almost hear it there. Not that time. Ooh. That's really nice. That's nice. You know, with reverb, like I mean, fucking with this reverb is, I mean, this is good reverb, but these types of patches going through like a solid algorithmic reverb are nuts. They're nuts. Crazy. Here, I'll show you. Take my word for it though, I'm not fucking showing you. Just like, absolutely not. I am not putting this through. The thing that I'm talking about sounds amazing when you put it through there. Absolutely not. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what you think you're going to get from this stream, but it ain't going to be that. Just kidding. Here we go. Sucks that reverb is like $5,000 for the plugin. Speaking of, what kind of reverb I should... You know what? Let's use an Arturia reverb for the ambience. They do have some nice... I mean, they're nice emulations. The LX24 is really nice. I mean, we all know what this is. There goes a car in the distance. Yeah, I dig. I'm sold. I like it. Yeah, at first I thought it might be a little silly. I was like, really? Do we need this? Do we need Arturia to make a vaporwave synth? But just because most vaporwave synths are just shitty synths, you know, they're just like, this sucks, cool. But this is not that. There's some madness. There's some method behind the madness here. Yeah, that's weird. I'd like a refund on all that time I spent clapping in spaces before I knew I could be making IRs and selling them on Gumroad or something. I mean, I don't know. We didn't make a ton of money literally risking our lives going into a cave to get like unheard reverb. I mean, enough people bought it, but for the trip to be profitable, I guess, but still, I wouldn't do it again. But I do have, I have an Ambisonic mic. I haven't really played with it yet, so I don't want to recommend it, but I do have a higher order Ambisonic mic that actually works with Android. Like I could record all the tracks up, like so I could just USB into it or Ethernet into it or ADAT into it. And it's pretty portable too. So anyway, that's cool. But that, you know, that may expand, like me not having to bring an entire rig and then go through each and every single sound that I record. Like recording Ambisonic is kind of a pain in the ass. You have to record every single channel and then you have to decode it. But that way you could just give everybody the raw files and say, here's some free software, go nuts. Point the mic wherever you want. Point the mic wherever you want. Yeah, these sound great. What's that sound? Some sort of machine. Oh yeah, we were already in here, weren't we? Ooh, that was nice. Vapor tape? Land that on a minor. All right, what else we got? We still have SynthX V, the fabled Elka SynthX, modeled with advanced modulation and arpeggiation, and we still have the Oberheim SEM and the Augmented. I don't know how to pronounce Yangtze. Yangtze. I don't know what that is. Let's look at that first because I have no idea what to expect with that. That was one of those things I didn't even know about that until like the other day. And I was just like, oh, what's new in the new? Because I got like their little press release, and I was like, oh, what's new in the new V collection? Oh, like Yangtze. Like I think I've seen one of those at a ethnic music store, but I've never played with one, never picked one up, because quite frankly, I hate the Chinese. No, I'm joking. No, I actually have one. I have one Chinese instrument. It's a banjo. And it's like, I don't like it though. But that is nothing. I'm sure many of the instruments are great. I am familiar with the sound. I just don't own any. Okay? Stop calling me racist for not owning a bunch of Chinese instruments. I'm learning. Ooh, okay. I'm all of a sudden a fan of the Chinese. See? That's more Japanese, isn't it? Okay, that's not a preset, by the way. That's the initial patch, and I dug it. But if you're familiar with the augmented stuff, there's a morph. I'm not even going to get into that. Let's just play with some plucks. That's dope. I just really don't want to play only Asian scales. Flamboyant. I like that. Just like, hey. I don't really consider that flamboyant. I don't know what a flamboyant sound would be, though. I don't know. I guess it depends on the era. I guess the most flamboyant sound, I'll show you the most flamboyant sound that I could think of. Just in general. This has nothing to do with anybody identifying any certain way. This is just flamboyance, pure flamboyance. That bird is dope. It should, I bet it's a stab. It's definitely a stab. It's an orchestral stab. Oh, come on. Whatever. I'll just go to default and I'll find it in here. I know there's going to be one. There has to be one. Orchestra hits. All right. Maybe this is what I'm thinking of. Yep. That is Flamboyant. That bird is really ruining the vibe. Yeah. That's tuning. Yeah. That's about as flamboyant as I could think. Just walking into a room and being like... Okay. Back to the Augmented Yahtzee. This is pretty epic. Jeez, that's really, really nice. Is that bird real? Yes, it is. Either that or somebody's really fucking with me with like a Bluetooth speaker out there. Imagine, like, I get doxxed and that's what happens. Somebody just puts a Bluetooth speaker outside my field recording, live field recording mics. This could easily be a Mr. Oizo thing. Do we have a sequencer here? Can we get that going? Hell yes. Okay, I guess I have to hit my own. Yeah, Mr. Oizo would be like... I don't even know if he has a chord structure, does he? Yeah, and it would be faster. Milk. Something like that. Dresser. Merci. You know, Mr. Oizo is a film director. Non-French people might not know that, but the reason he hasn't really released music is because he is quite a successful film director these days, which is pretty rad. This is a really nice sounding instrument. Yeah, like this is all kidding and bastardizing aside. This thing is ridiculously nice. And God, I hope it runs on the astrolabia back there. That would be amazing. That would be so nice. Like that is not. That is like this is like a solid patch to play on a piece of hardware. Yeah, you know what they should do? I would love to see a Korg Triton, but I doubt Korg would like license that to. Oh, you know what I would love to see? In like a V Collection 12. I mean, I'm sure they get tons of crazy requests, but like a Korg Karma sequencer, something Korg Karmask, a Korg Kafka. Korg Kafka-esque sequencer. Yeah, a Korg Karma sequencer would be really, really nice. That was like one of those things where when it came out and when it was popular and when it was at its most powerful, kind of before everybody got into modular. I was too broke to afford one. I really wanted one though. I used to dress up like a clown and stare at the Guitar Center because they had a Korg Karma inside, and I'd frown, hoping that they would feel bad for me and give me one. But unfortunately, they closed the store. Man, I feel like it's maybe it's a coincidence, but a lot of vaporwavy sounds, huh? Like a lot of 80s-ish. Like, in a great way, not in like a lo-fi way. Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty cool if they had like some famous mod, like the best of modular as one instrument. But as much as I love Arturia, and as much as I'm at the point with Arturia where like when they told me about the Polybrute, the newer one, when they told me they were making that, I was just like, the Polybrute 12, I was just like, this is awesome. I played with one like years before it came out. I played with the prototype in a hotel room. A prostitute had them. No, they had a hotel room at NAMM where they showed me it. They brought me up to their room, bought me a drink, brought me up to the room and showed me the Polybrute 12. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is great. But really? Like, the Polybrute's already expensive. It's already amazing. It's already great. Do I really need, like, upgrading the whole thing just for polyphonic aftertouch and some more voices? And it's much bigger and it's much heavier. And then 2 years later, I got one in the mail, and yeah, I was like, oh God, this is a very obvious choice. Like, I don't know why I didn't see the vision here. Like, as much as I love the Polybrute, you'd think I would be, I was like, of course I want one. It's my favorite synth. Of course I'll probably, no matter what, I'll end up getting one, but I just can't see that doing well. But yeah, it did well. It did amazing. And I feel really bad for the people who upgraded to that and then sold their original Polybrutes, because man, having one on top and one on the bottom is an excellent. I mean, that's what I have going on back there for anybody who has crazy eagle eyes and can see. Yeah, having the bottom be like a mono synth and then the top be your poly. Oh, that's so nice. I mean, I made a video playing it like that. You could see exactly what I mean. You could make some really, really crazy stuff. You could zone out forever. Anyway, but okay, so let's land somewhere on this. I did not think that I would get like this captured by all of this stuff. This is really nice. That's nice. This is Echo the Dolphin-esque. I mean, better than... Yeah, I mean, this is such, I guess, like, landing on this, I want to play with it more, and I will play with it more, but we got to check out some other stuff. Landing on this is a ridiculously, like, I think again, I didn't see the vision at first. I was like, okay, I'm not really digging only Asian sounding ints, but they've turned this into a really, really, and I'm not even playing with the morph button, which, you know, does, it just, I mean, you know what morph means. It's kind of like the big ol' button on the Yamaha Montage, really. It's like sort of the same, it just controls a million different things. Yeah, they've turned this into like a really, really unique textural pad machine, which is super cool. I'm absolutely going to be opening this up again. Like, without a doubt, this is going to be played with a bunch. Yeah, it's kind of funny because I've been like, I'm not totally sure that I, like with some of the augmented stuff, I'm just like, I'm not really, I don't know if that's something I'm craving, you know, and then I understand why. And I do use augmented voices quite a bit too. Like that's I did something wrong with this one. I may have not installed this one right. Who knows? Let's take a look, see if there's any other ones floating around. Yeah, I bet I didn't, because you know what? I was installing them, and then I had to reboot my computer. And this must have been the one it was installing when I did that. That's okay. We have plenty more things to play with. I want my mallets. Okay. Mini Brute, we know what that is. The SemV. Let's go with the SynthX. I know nothing about this, by the way. This is the Elka SynthX, which, like, I mean, whatever. Let's hit up a default and see what's going on. Nice. Just kidding. The rain sounds so epic, doesn't it? Okay. I want to hear these filters before doing any shaping. I like number 2 way better. Just kidding, I kind of can't tell the difference, but that's okay. Maybe I'll have to do this white noise thing all over. Like maybe every stream I'm gonna have to do this when I'm doing music stuff. Maybe I could also just do it, like I'll have every really nice microphone company send me, I'll just review mics while doing that. Which is exactly what I don't want my streaming channel to be, is like a marketing thing, but I would get a bunch of really nice mics. Actually, everybody would be like, we're not sending you shit, dude. We're dealing with a tariff war right now. The original synth is an Elka SynthX. So like synth X as in like your ex-girlfriend. The Elka SynthX is a polyphonic analog synthesizer produced by Italian music instrument maker Elka from 1981 to 1985. Then Italian music maker Elka became a fire department. Didn't know that. I swear I didn't make that last part up. Come on, what's more important? Cool synths or putting out fires? You know, when I don't know this stuff, like when I don't know what that is, I always feel really bad. And when I meet people like Florian, the guy who makes like Bad Gear, or Nick Bat, like I was just on Sonic Talk. Nick Bat, like I realized, like, I don't know shit about synths. I know nothing compared to the, like, they are a library of synthesizer stuff. Nice. You kind of see that this is like a trying to be a Roland a little bit. Trying to be a Jupiter or a Juno. It definitely has its own vibe. I don't really know what this is doing. Let's listen to some pads. I like this. Yeah, I like how it has these two layers too. It's kind of like a vintage version of yeah, you could kind of see like how, yeah, honestly, the funny thing about this is like it kind of is Polybrute-esque, isn't it? Yeah, it does have a really nice tone. That is a good... That's like kind of what I'm noticing here is like this just sounds really unique. Still not sure what this is doing down here. Yeah, Christopher, this, I have, these do go on sale, like pretty deep usually. Yeah, this is a nice. Sorry, I'm looking at the any of the. This is what I'm looking at. You can see it for yourself. See if anything had a major. It seems like, I mean, it seems like everything updated though. Like it seems like there wasn't one thing in this collection that didn't. I don't know if the 303 has patterns yet. That was my biggest complaint in the last big release of this, was seeing a 303 and then not seeing patterns. I was like, no. The SEM. Yeah, we know. We know what this was used in. We know that fucking band that I hate. Not a fan. Not a fan for the worst reasons. People get so mad when I say I don't like Rush, but I mean, I don't have a good reason for it. Literally, the look of the lead singer and his voice put together just creeps me out and makes me want to like protect children. It's a terrible reason. It has nothing behind it. When I hear Rush, especially Tom Sawyer, I imagine like the dudes singing on a big, like it's like a Pink Floyd type concert, and there's like a dude on a giant like spaceship, like maybe an inflatable one or whatever, and he's just collecting children from the crowd. It's horrible. I mean, he's probably a really nice person, and he, probably doesn't collect children from an inflatable rocket while playing that song. I don't know. Now, I'm not sure that he doesn't do it. I cannot speak, like, I can't tell you absolutely no matter what that he doesn't, but most likely, this is just a delusion of mine. Or maybe I heard it or read it somewhere. I'm not really sure. I mean, because that is a weird thing for me to just think. I would have to be like some kind of creative genius to just think that. But it's not an accusation, and it probably did not happen. It's probably never happened. Not more than twice, 3 times tops. I mean, surely, even though it's a Canadian band, I know that much, and I know that, maybe smartphones didn't get as popular in Canada as fast as they did here, so nobody got it on tape. I'm not really sure. But these are unfounded things that I'm thinking. This is nice. I love how my mom comes out to defend me. But you are a creative genius, Ben. You do use your creative mind for brilliant things like falsely accusing Rush of being a band of pedophiles. Yeah, it's just the song and the voice and the image. I don't like it. I don't know. I feel like this is simple enough to where I would like want to make a. I would want to use it to make like something like Select Ambient Works Volume 2 type music. So I'm assuming this one is. Yeah. I I can't talk about Dream Theater. I can't. Because now I've mentioned that I'm not a fan of Dream Theater. And since then, every time that I've seen Jordan Rudess, he's like not even made eye contact with me. So, that's sad. I don't think there's anybody, I don't think I'm ever going to run into Rush, like, at NAMM. I don't think I'm ever going to, like, you know, get hired for the same things that Rush gets hired for. Unless I make giant rocket floats for live performances that have little pockets for children, then I suppose that will be an industry that I will run into Rush with. Oh, this is nice. If I didn't get copyright striked, I would play. The problem is with this whole Rush thing that I'm doing. It's not a bit. This is literally like I fucking leave when I hear Rush. I just do not. This weird thing, but I mean, my dog's coughing. Everybody, she hates Rush too. Anybody watching this knows that I'm totally full of shit and understands that this is not like this is not based in any sort of reality, right? We all get that. The problem is that nearly every single person watching this stream is going to hear Rush. They're going to hear Tom Sawyer. And now they're going to imagine that, and it's going to fucking ruin it for them. So if you ever enjoyed Rush, I am sorry I have ruined it for you. You're thinking to yourself, not me. I'm a big Rush fan. Ben could never ruin Rush for me. Sorry. That's all I gotta say. I'm sorry. I have. It's over. This needs echo. I could see this being kind of Boards of Canada. Boards of Canada. I could see this being Boards of Canada-esque. Yeah, if it was just... I didn't even have to add reverb. Hey, Cora, you wanna come in here? You done hiding from the storm? Hi. Okay, Cora, play an arpeggiator. Oh, Lucy's happy to see Cora. Cora's not happy to see Lucy. I'll show you the dynamic with these two. Let's see. Come on. We're gonna show them your dynamic, everybody. There you go. No, Cora's gone. Cora, come here. Come on. Camera's pointing to the ground. We're interrupting the stream. Cora! Cora! Now, Cora, everybody on the stream is literally thinking that I'm imagining dogs now. Now this is going to fuck up my accusation against Rush. Real nice. Real nice, everyone. Well, Lucy knows how to play the piano, at least. Yeah, their relationship's really interesting. Lucy is like, when Cora comes into the room after like an hour, Lucy's like, "Hey, what's going on, girl?" And then Cora's like, "I don't fucking care." Like, just whatever, I'm on my own mission. But then, after like the first minute, then the growling. Then Lucy just growls at Cora and acts like Cora's really, like, growling in a weird high-pitched voice. Now, I was hoping we'd be able to see it, but this is really not interesting for anybody. It's really... But yeah, the synth sounds nice, by the way. I like it when cut, like on pads like this, I love it when cutoff is just sort of like this. Sometimes you can get it just right where it's like out of time when you play it in something like an arpeggiator. The swing also helps this. I'd like to figure out what's happening with the rhythm. I see. Okay, now I get it. I figured it out pretty fast, everybody. Don't worry. Okay, so this isn't really editable. Pretty cool. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm terrible. I'm bad at this. I will never be like Hassan. Unless Hassan always does that. I don't really know much about Hassan, but if he always fucking accidentally shows his wrong screen, then I'm on my way. Because that's what I do. Yeah, this sounds nice. Yeah, that sounds really nice. Yeah, I would personally, if somebody just played this for me, I would 100% be like, no, that's not a VST. Not that it's like impossible to do in other VSTs, but like, this has very quickly accomplished sounding like hardware. Like, irrefutably sounding like hardware. Like, usually you have to like, kind of intentionally try to do that. Anything I'm missing? We have the mini brute. But dare I say that that's not the most alluring... Whatever, I've not really played with one, so why would it... Is it raining out again? Yes. Yeah, I guess it is a poly mini brute. I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess it's about as close to the poly brute sound as you're gonna get. Oh yeah, we have the Metalizer. there is a massive rainstorm outside. However, you could kind of hear it through here, but I have an Ambisonic microphone out front. You know, why not? Why fight? Why fight noise pollution? That's what it sounds like without the reverb. Yep. That's a motorcycle falling from the sky in the rainstorms. Well, I'm glad. I feel like this is just a good perk to rain, you know? Most of the time we don't like rain. Do you know why I really fucking hate rain? Especially lately. Let me tell you. I really hate rain lately because I've been deep diving into astrophotography. I was supposed to make an astrophotography video in 1947, but World War II fucked it all up. No, just kidding. January was when I was filming an astrophotography video. And it got very delayed because of my stupidity. Because I thought, or I guess not my stupidity, my arrogance. I thought, well, I'll figure this out. Taking images of deep space objects can't be that complicated. You know, just configuring hardware to perfectly counter the spinning of the Earth to where you can have 300-second exposures can't be that complicated, can it? Figuring out how to filter, how to narrowband filter hydrogen alpha waves can't be that complicated. It should be simple, right? And so on and so forth. Anyway, lots of money and time later, I'm now to the point where I can like get a telescope and an imager and a guide scope and then a guide camera and then a proper camera that's cooled to like -50 Celsius and put it on a tracker and then align the tracker with Polaris perfectly. I finally got all that. It's fresh in my head. I'm ready. And it's fucking cloudy every single day. It never ends. It's just, that's how it works. If you own a farm or a ranch, maybe you don't grow food, maybe you don't grow vegetables, maybe only cattle or something. And if you're experiencing drought and you're worried, all you have to do is buy me a really nice telescope and have me move there to use it, because I guarantee it will rain like it's never rained before, because that's how fate works. But yeah, I'm just waiting for that to happen because I'd really like to I have all this cool stuff and I really want image space, but yeah, I'm excited for that. And so this is my way of dealing with the rain. It's good sound design. My father built his observatory almost 10 years ago. I don't think we've had a clear night since. Yeah, that's kind of how it works, isn't it? At least it's simpler than sending messages through a laser from 24,000 miles above Earth. Yeah. Do you have adaptive optics yet? No. You know what I do have, though? I wonder if I could show you. It'd be hard. I'd have to... Nah, I couldn't, because I'd have to figure out a way to plug it in up there. I have been working on... I can't really talk about like why I'm doing it, just because it's a privately funded research project. But sometimes people or companies or institutions or whatever, they'll like stab in the dark and be like, hey, Ben, we have this really weird problem. Do you have any ideas? And then I'll be like, no, I'm an idiot. I don't have any ideas. And then like a month later, I'll be like, wait a minute, I have an idea. So anyway, to solve a problem, I have made well, I've been working on, it's not finished yet, a time of flight microphone so it's essentially like a high resolution blinking and capture of infrared dots that it shoots around the room, which is how a time of flight camera works. And then it sees how fast those dots are blinking and where they are. Well, it sees how fast it's blinking. It's raining so loud now. it sees how fast the dots are blinking, and then it divides its response time by the speed of light, and then it figures out precisely down to, you know, a fraction of a millimeter where the object is. And that's actually like how the Microsoft Kinect worked, which is really neat. It's kind of like $200 for that is mind-blowing good deal in 2011, 10, whenever that came out. Anyway, so what this does is it's like a high-speed camera that allows you to isolate pixels and then see how they're vibrating. And then hopefully, like what I'm working on now is being able to use some other ones for like noise reduction, but the processing overhead for that is crazy. It's not in real time, by the way. You can't just like shine it at something. Right now where I'm at, since I'm not a proper low-level developer and I don't know how to code something to just magically make it work with GPU, right now it's using CPU, and it takes about a day of CPU grinding for maybe 5 seconds of turning the vibration into low baud rate audio that can sometimes work. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Ooh, that's a good idea. Imagine buying a new telescope with a freshly washed car. I think it would be better. I should have bought it right as the pollen was the worst, because my vehicle was yellow, and I was like, come on, rain. My power bill must be a bit nuts. Right now, part of the studio, I can delegate tasks to solar, which is nice. So like solar right now, it recharges things. And I don't have enough of a battery to spare to charge I have a Ford F-150 Lightning. That obviously takes a lot of power. I'm not quite there yet. I have more panels to install though, but it won't stop raining. However, yeah, I've been able to pretty much like offset my GPU grinding with Poisonify, which is a non-stop thing happening. It's like constantly grinding on 5080s. I've been able to offset that with solar, which I feel good about because, you know, it would be nice to not destroy the environment for dumb reasons. I don't know why the need for the vegetable growing is particularly relevant, but my family's farm is going through some drought in Wisconsin, and there's a dude up there that I know is super astronomy as well. Yeah, well, hopefully it will stop raining. I was planning on going down to my parents' property where there's a bit better of a sky to see sometime, because my mother's birthday's coming up, and what a perfect time to go down there and shoot some stars. But yeah, looks like it's kind of partly cloudy for the rest of my life. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you can't really see the screen. That's fine. There you go. Cool. That's what happens when you buy a telescope. You just look into the future and rain, 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 and clouds, clouds, clouds. All right. Yeah, during the day you could sometimes hear some planes fly by really nicely just because there's a small airport nearby. But I guess that's a stream. Arturia V Collection. How much is it? Let's look it up. All my search history is for 5 to see how they named it because of the V. The intro is 200. The V Collection Pro is 700. Does it come with... Here's my question. We could just go back to this now. Does it come with the effects? If it did come with the effects, I don't know if it does. If it does, it doesn't appear to. They should definitely throw that in. Well, I would say it's actually a great deal if it did come with effects, because you would get you essentially could like buy a DAW and then buy that and not have to buy anything else. Like you're essentially kind of set, right? Like that's a solid start for, especially for people in like the synthesizer demographic. But yeah, I would like to see the effects in there, but the effects are not expensive, I don't think. I'm looking it up. Yeah, pigments would be nice too, but pigments is pretty inexpensive too, so I guess it's not that huge of a add-on. Sorry, looking up the effects here. Accidentally searched software effects. Okay, found him. $500 right now. Okay, I would wait till it's on sale then. That's a bit much. I mean, it's not that much. For what you're getting, it's not a bad deal. It's just when you imagine spending, so what, 500 plus. Yeah, I mean, you're literally like, if you just buy everything, you're looking at like a $1,500 bill, which, you know, is, considering that's like, you really don't need any other software. I mean, that's fine, but all at once, it's a little jarring. And I suppose, you know, you can't just, I don't know, maybe you could rent, maybe there's somewhere where you could rent to own this. That'd be cool. I'd be into that. But you could also wait for sales, you know. Okay, well, I am going to stop streaming now. So, see ya. Excited to just go stand in the rain like an asshole. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have video out before my next stream. Probably not. Just because it is I've been like juggling multiple video projects. And the next one I have is probably going to be about some crazy audio science stuff. So nothing too political, nothing too controversial, nothing too newsworthy. You know, it'll just be a fun Ben Jordan video, I guess. So that's exciting. And I will have some of the the time of flight microphone in there as well, depending on how far I get with it. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and enjoy it being less rainy than it is here, because I'm sure that no matter where you are in the world, it is. Okay.